Hello students. Last time we have explained about different part of the Langstroth 10 frame hive. Today we are going to explain the remaining beekeeping equipments. So first is honey extractor. So honey extractor is a device or important equipment used for the extraction or the removal of the honey from the frames without damaging the comb. So this is the device or the equipment used for the separation or the extraction of the honey from the honeycombs. It is made up of metal or tin material container. It is having variable size, different size as per the requirement of the beekeeper, and it is operated manually or by electrical power, and function of the honey extractor occur on the principle of centrifugal force. So while extraction of the honey, so honey extractor consisting of number of parts such as a round tin or metallic can or a container in the center provided with a vertical central rod and is supported with or provided with the uh, iron mesh frames so as to keep the wooden frames or the honeycomb for the extraction of the honey. So while putting the honeycombs for the purpose of honey extraction into the frame or the support provided with the vertical rod, so there are a series of iron frames or which are useful to hold the honeycomb into the sockets. So their number may be 4 or 6. So at a time 4 or 6 number of honeycomb frames can be kept at a time for the extraction or the separation of the honey from the honeycombs. So in the center there is a vertical rod and it is provided with the metal or the iron mesh frames so as to put the honeycombs for the purpose of honey extraction. So while putting the honeycombs in the brackets or the mesh or the support provided with the vertical rod so as to put the honeycombs for the extraction purpose. So before which the uncapping knife, which is heated and swept superficially so as to remove the cappings of the honeycomb. So for the removal of cappings of the honeycomb, one used to the uncapping knife. So uncapping knife is heated first and that is swept superficially from the honeycomb so as to melt the wax cappings of the honey frames and are then kept the side of the honeycomb whose wax cappings are removed or uncapped, that side is kept outside while removal or the extraction of the honey. So the honeycombs after removing cappings are kept in the sockets of the honey extractor and then is operated manually, which work with a principle of centrifugal force. So ultimately the movement of the vertical rod and the frames in the honey extractor the honey will spread to the outside. Honey will spread to the outside along the inner wall of the honey extractor, from where the honey will sweep down, pass down the wall of honey extractor, and on one side there is a tap provided in the base for the removal of the honey from the base, that can be then collected in a container to the outside. So it is a simple device or the equipment called as a honey extractor, and is used for the separation of the honey or the extraction of the honey from the honeycombs without any damage. So it is made up of tin or metallic can or container, and centrally it is provided with a vertical rod provided with the series of brackets which are arranged radially on the sides of the vertical rod, and on the top side of the vertical rod provided with a gear, and a horizontal rod provided with a handle for the manual operation of the honey extractor. So it can be operated manually or by electrical power. If it is much larger in size and several or the much larger number of the honeycombs can be kept at a time. So in a large scale practice or the commercial practice of the beekeeping or apiculture or in a apiaries, there may require a large sized uh, honey extractor, and which may have a large number of honeycombs can be kept at a time. So large scale honey extraction can be done by using large sized honey extractor. So where one can use the electric motor for the extraction of the honey uh, in a large sized honey extractor, where one can use electric motor instead of operating manually. So it works on the principle of centrifugal force. So when the vertical rod in the center rotates or is rotated in a circular fashion, at that time ultimately the centrifugal force act upon to the honey present in the honeycomb, that will be spread just to the outside along the inner wall of the honey extractor or the container, that will pass down, sweep down, and from the base, from one side of the base, that can be collected or removed through a tap. So it is a honey extractor used for the separation or extraction of the honey from the honeycomb without damage the honeycomb or the frames. Then this is also the figure showing the honey extractor, which can be operated by using the electric motor. So provided with the pulley and the belt, so as to rotate the vertical rod or the frames or the honeycombs in the honey extractor, so that is which is prepared with a much larger size. So this is honey extractor, and other side shows its side view, possessing the brackets, providing brackets so as to put the honeycombs while honey extraction. So cut off the cell capping, cut off the cell capping or wax cappings of the honeycombs with the use of uncapping knife before extracting the honey from the frames. So once we'll have to remove the cappings of one side of the frame. So after extraction of the honey from that side, the cappings of the other side will be removed, and that are again kept into the honey extractor for the extraction of the honey from the remaining side of the honeycomb. So this is just a diagram showing the side view and the cut view or side view of or the cut view of the honey extractor, how it is operated or used for the extraction of the honey from the honeycomb. So partially extract the honey from one side of the comb, then turn the frame around and completely extract the honey from other side. Turn the frame around again and finish the extracting the comb. This minimizes the comb breakage since it prevents the weight of the full side of the frame of the honey from pressing against the empty side. So this is just the information or the text what happens actually indicating uh, the information while extraction of the honey from the honeycomb from one side at first and then other side. So alternately we'll have to remove the cappings first of first from one side of the honeycomb. After extraction of the honey from that side, again we'll have to change uh, or we'll have to remove the cappings from other side, and again we'll have to put the opposite side of the comb honeycomb so as to remove the honey from remaining side of the honeycomb. So this is the diagram showing the actual inner structure of the honey extractor and how is used for the extraction of the honey from both sides of the honeycomb or the honey frames. Then uncapping knife. So this is a knife provided with a metallic blade provided with a sharp edge on the sides and possessing wooden handle. So uncapping knife is used for uncapping or removal of wax seals or the cappings of the honey-filled combs from the frames. Uncapped combs are then placed in the honey extractor. Uncapped combs with honey are then placed in the honey extractor for the removal or separation of the honey from the honeycombs. So uncapping knife is used for the removal of cappings or wax seal or wax cappings of the honeycomb, honey-filled combs from the frames. Then smoker. This is another equipment used to give smoke gently to the bees or bee boxes for easy handling or for the temporary dispersal of the honeybees so as to uh, handle the frames or just for the inspection of the comb or the hives, the beekeeper can use the smoker. So smoker is a device or the equipment consisting of tin container with a spout for the directing the smoke or the fumes of the smoldering material inside with the help of bellows. So it is simply a container which can be in which the smoky material or the chemical can be kept in the base, and on other side it is provided with a bellows so as to create air current, and with the operation or the use or pressing of the bellows from the sides uh, to the smoker, air current is created, and ultimately the smoky material or the smoke which is releasing from the smoky chemical, that will be directed through the spout or the opening to the bee box or the frames, and this will be useful for the removal of the bees or uh, temporary dispersal of the bees even at the time of honey extraction or just for the inspection purpose. So whenever beekeeper is supposed to observe the bee frames or the bee box inside so as to inspect, so as to observe the disease condition or health of the bees, the smoker is used to direct the smoke. So this will lead to temporary dispersal of the bees from the bee box or the bee frames. So this can be used either for the inspection purpose or during the honey extraction from the honeycomb or the frames. So while extraction of the honey, the smoke is gentle smoke is applied, gentle smoke from the honey smoker, gentle smoke from the smoker is applied or used onto the frames for the temporary dispersal of the bees while extraction of the honey from the honeycombs. So smoker is a device or the equipment is used to give or to apply or to employ a smoke gently to the bees or the bee boxes for easy handling. So it consists of tin container with a spout for directing the smoke of the smoky material or the chemical which is kept inside with the help of bellows. So it is a smoker used for uh, application or the use of gentle smoke for the temporary dispersal of the bees either from the frames or from the bee box. Then Hayu tool. So this is again a flat piece of steel having a bent end, having bent end on one side and a sharp uh, edge on other side. So it is Hayu tool is a flat piece of steel. It is sharpened at one end for inserting between the Hayus or the frames to separate the Hayu boxes or the frames from the particular box, maybe super or brood chamber. So for it is used the sharp edge of the Hayu tool is inserted between the boxes, maybe brood boxes or super boxes or inner cover or the top cover. So between which the sharp edge of the Hayu tool is inserted between the Hayu boxes to separate them or to remove them, and other end which is bent and is used to separate the frames from the respective brood chamber or the super chamber, either for extraction of the honey or just to observe the health of the bees or the disease condition or for observing the brood frames in the brood chamber. So it is used to remove the frames from the brood chamber or the super chamber. So other end, one end of the Hayu tool is bent and one is sharp. So sharpened one end of the Hayu tool is inserted between the Hayu boxes so as to separate them, and other bent end is used to separate the frames. It is also used to scrape off the bee glue and the pieces of the comb from the various parts of the Hayu. So it is also used for scraping out or scraping off of the bee glue or the propolis and the pieces of the comb from the various parts of the Hayu. So Hayu tool is used either for the separation of bee boxes and the separation of the frames from the particular box. Then overall, it is a full protective garment worn over the body and it is prepared by using the sting proof cloth, maybe thick cloth like a canvas, so that the bees cannot get under them to sting to the apiarist or the beekeeper. So overall is a full garment prepared by using thick clothing or sting-proof clothing and is worn over the entire body of the beekeeper so as to avoid the stinging activities of the bees. So overall is a full protective garment worn over the body or worn over the clothes, and it is prepared by using the thick clothing like canvas or thick clothing or sting-proof clothing so as to avoid the stinging of the workers to the beekeeper. So overall is a just a full garment prepared by using sting-proof clothing and is worn over the body of beekeeper so as to avoid the stinging of bees, called as overall. Then bee veil. It is made up of a nylon mesh or the frame from front side, and remaining sides are prepared by using a thick cloth from three sides. Only front side is prepared by using a nylon mesh or the iron mesh or a wired gauze mesh by using the four sides of the sting proof clothing and is worn over the head. So made up of frames covered on four sides with a small mesh wire gauze, black light material, maybe of silk, cotton, and the bottom with a thick cloth. So front, all sides, so top side and the lower part of the bee veil is prepared by using the thick cloth material. Only front side can be prepared by using the small mesh wire gauze prepared by using black light material, maybe synthetic or silk or cotton like fibers, and bottom with a thick cloth. So bottom cloth consists of elastic circular ring to make it stick to the neck so as to avoid the passage of bees from the neck region, and it is worn over the face or the head of apiarist for the protection against the bee stings. So bee veil is the beekeeping equipment or a garment worn over the face or the head for the protection of the beekeeper against bee stings, and is provided with front side with a small mesh wire gauze so as to see through the mesh, and remaining sides are prepared by using the thick sting proof clothing and provided with a elastic circular ring in the neck region so as to stuck in the neck region to avoid the passage of bees in the neck region due to the elastic circular ring, so it will get close to the neck. So bee veil, which is made of frames covered on the four sides or just front side with a small mesh wire gauze, usually of black light material, and fiber mesh, wire gauze mesh can be prepared by using either silk, cotton, or any other synthetic fabric, and bottom with a thick cloth. Bottom cloth consists of elastic circular ring to make it stick to the neck, and it is worn over the face of the apiarist or the head region for the protection against bee stings. That is, in the diagram we can see the bee veil, the front side prepared by using small mesh wire gauze through which the beekeeper can see but other sides are get protected since are prepared by using thick cloth. Then bee gloves. So these are made of thick canvas or leather provided with the elastic in the wrist and are used to protect hands from bee stings. So these are simply the bee gloves or the gloves prepared by using a thick clothing or a canvas or leather provided with a elastic in the wrist and are used to protect the hands from bee stings. Then high boots or the gum boot made up of good plastic or rubber and which protect the ankles from bee stings, also preventing bees from climbing up under the trousers. So these are the high boots prepared by using either plastic or rubber and are useful for the protection of the feet in the ankle region from bee stings, and it also prevents the climbing up of the bees into the trousers due to use of high boots or the gum boots. Sorry. Then bee brush. So this is again a brush employed to brush off or to remove the bees from the honeycomb before it is taken away for the extraction of the honey. So at the time of extraction of the honey, at the time of extraction of the honey, the bee brush is used to remove the bees from the honeycomb and is prepared by using the wooden handle and usually by using the smooth hairs so as to sweep or so as to brush off the workers or the bees from the honeycomb at the time of honey extraction from the frames. So this is just the structure of bee brush and used for the removal of the bees or brushing off of the bees from the honeycomb at the time of honey extraction. Division board feeder. So it is prepared by using a wooden board and it is provided with a groove or a drop inside and it is hung in the hive boxes just like any other frame. So out of 10 frames, either of brood chamber or super chamber is replaced by DB feeder or a division board feeder. So it is having a groove. This particular frame, it is having a dimension similar to the usual frames of the any bee box, that is a brood chamber or the super chamber. So it is having similar dimension to the frames, other ordinary or usual frames, and it is prepared uh, with the similar dimensions to that of frames, but is provided with a basin, wooden basin or a trough which is hang in the hive boxes just like any other frame containing a sugar syrup or honey for the feeding of sugar syrup to the bees during the drought conditions. So whenever there is a shortage of flowering plant vegetation in the region or in the surrounding area, or whenever there is a dearth period or the drought conditions, so as to maintain the health of the bees, so as to avoid the absconding behavior of the bees, the beekeeper has to take care and to feed the honeybees with a sugar syrup. So for the feeding of sugar syrup, there needs a division board feeder. So one of the frame is replaced by the division board feeder containing sugar syrup. So it is kept in between the wooden frames for the extra feeding or to supplement the sugar syrup as a feed during the drought conditions, or so as to provide the proper feeding of the sugar syrup, one can use, or the beekeeper can use, the division board feeder in the either brood chamber or the super chamber. So one of the frame is removed, and in that place the division board feeder with sugar syrup is kept in the either brood chamber or the super chamber, so as to provide the proper feeding or the sugar syrup for the proper feeding or the management of the bees during the drought conditions or the dirt period. So the division board feeder is just like the wooden frame, having structure similar to wooden frames, but provided with a trough or a basin, so as to keep the sugar syrup for the feeding of the bees, and it is kept in the brood chamber or the super chamber by replacing one of the frame out of 10. So this is what about the beekeeping equipments. This is what about the beekeeping equipments. Next time we'll explain the next point, that is beekeeping and seasonal management. So today with this we'll stop here, and next time we'll continue with beekeeping and the seasonal